Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who I learned the truth from and who were well. Peace and salutations to the 144,000, the 1/3, the large multitude. Unto you I say Shalom. So today's lesson that I want to get into is how, Babylon the Great, aka America, it's finished. It's falling apart, the economical, the morality of this place, is finished. And pretty much people are walking around, knowing that this place is, pretty much done for, but, they still have hope through, the election, thinking that Donald Trump's going to come and save it. But ultimately, that's not going to happen. This place is going to be destroyed, by thermonuclear fire, those ICBMs. So, first scripture I want to get is Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm going to start at verse 4. And it reads, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And that's right, that's talking about Esau, Edom. How right now he's in his lofty position. He's exalted himself above the stars. He's pretty much at his peak right now, but he's about to be brought down low. When Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, send those ICBMs and ultimately destroy this place, also known as America. But the just, the elect, the hopeful elect, they're going to live by faith, waiting on Yahweh Shai to come deliver them. Verse 5, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's right, Esau, Edom, he pushes his ideologies throughout the four corners of the earth. He goes through every country, every nation, making the people, the government drink that wine, the alphabet agenda, feminism, pushing their dollar, and ultimately if the nations don't comply, Esau brings that sword on them. And, that's how he has gotten control of the world, through the sword, which today is the modern day, gun. He's not satisfied, he's pretty much setting up embassies throughout the whole earth, but he's gotten all through that, through robbing, stealing, graping. He's pretty much death. He goes around spreading death throughout the whole earth. So next scripture, next verse, verse 6, it reads, Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and to him that laden himself with thick clay. So that's right, Esau goes throughout the four corners of the earth, just robbing and stealing, lands, as he did the Americas. He stole, North America from Gad and Reuben. He offered to help him, but ultimately, he stabbed him in the back. He stole Mexico, from Issachar, and the South in Americas, from Asher, Naphtali, Puerto Rico from Ephraim, and he's pretty much made himself rich, with what's not his. you know, he goes around pushing his dollar and ultimately putting himself in more debt. You know, that thick clay, that's that debt. And that's going to lead to, you know, the dollar collapsing and ultimately lead to the MOTB. So next scripture I want to get is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8, and it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's right, you know, Esau has gotten all his wealth, his richness by robbing, stealing, you know, killing, raping. You know, he didn't get it righteously, you know, he got it unrighteously, you know, because he's a devil, you know, he was blessed with the sword. So he uses that sword to you know, put that hell upon people and take their resources. You know, he'll make up a fake, you know, war just to go into that country and take all their resources. You know how he did in Iraq, you know, with Saddam Hussein, you know, with Gaddafi. You know, they had their own currency, but ultimately Esau went and pushed that dollar, you know, and made him bow down to that sword. And, you know, all this that Esau's doing is making the nations mad, and ultimately they're all going to team up and, you know, shoot those ICBMs over here at the Babylon the Great. So next scripture I want to get is Jeremiah 51, and I'm going to start at verse 7, and it reads, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And that's right, you know. Esau Edom, you know, he went throughout the four corners of the earth, you know, pushing that philosophy, you know, that ideology, you know, their religion, you know, feminism, the alphabet agenda, their dollar, and everybody's fed up. Everybody's fed up, you know. They're all gonna come together, even the allies of Esau Edom, you know, of America, and they're all gonna turn against the whore and shoot those ICBMs and, you know, destroy this place. Next verse, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. But that's right, you know, after those ICBMs get shot over here, you know, Babylon's going to be desolate. You know, it's not going to be anything left. You know, this place is not going to heal if Trump gets elected. If anything, that's going to delete the draconian measures, you know, lead to Jacob's trouble, lead to that World War III, and ultimately, you know, to the ICBM missile being shot over here. You know, this place is not going to heal. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You know, that's right. You know, Babylon's not going to be healed. You know, we got to detach from this place. We can't get caught up with the philosophy, you know, with the wine of Babylon. You know, we got to be sober and be vigilant. So next scripture I want to get is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 21, and it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of earth upon the earth. That's right, you know, Yahweh Shemel Shah, you know, he's gonna judge this place and judge, you know, the wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, and right now, Esau Edom is the one who's up high. You know, he's the one ruling the earth. But he's going to be brought down low. You because Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Next scripture, Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And, the wicked, that's Esau, Edom. They're known as the sons of the wicked. They're up on high right now, so they're very proudful. They're prideful. They're very haughty, but ultimately they're going to be brought down low and be destroyed. By that thermonuclear fire. So next scripture I want to give is Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. And it reads, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So that's the mindset of Esau, Edom, thinking that, this place is going to continue, continue on forever, but it's not, it's going to be destroyed by those ICBM nuclear fires, with the chariots of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, zapping this place, going throughout the four corners of the earth, just bringing down Esau's kingdom, and they call their lands after their own names, America, Africa, So next scripture I want to get is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, and it reads, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So that's the fate of this place. It's going to be burnt up, by those ICBMs, those arrows, and ultimately this place is going to be desolate. It will never be inhabited, only by desert creatures. But this is the end for this place, because it's gone throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing their wine, that philosophy, that Babylon juice. And ultimately, all the nations are fed up with it. And, they're going to turn their back against Babylon and destroy this place. But, that's pretty much for this lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders.